You have the human right to get as fat as you want to, and I would never take that right away from you. But what I will not do is feed into that nonsense. I'm not going to feed into your lack of regulation of what goes between your lips and your large intestine. I'm not going to do that. Absolutely not. I am not going to be responsible for creating a world that compensates for the individual who chooses not to discipline themselves when it comes to their big backetry. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to apologize for it either. And I got plenty of big folks in my family. I do. But I'll be damned if I'm going to pay extra into the tax system because of somebody not willing to regulate their big backetry. I would be damned if I'm going to continue to compromise my own experiences in and out of services. Oh, we got to change the way we build our buildings, huh? Oh, we got to change the way in which our airplanes are crafted. Look, our airplanes are crafted in a way that's going to be beneficial to the largest majority, all pun intended, of people. That means they were made for regular human beings in their regular human sizes, not regular human beings in irregular human sizes. You catch what I'm throwing? So that being said, let's get into this video right here of something that I'm simply just not going to stand for, but I'm going to let y'all make your own decisions and get to your own conclusions. I've had it at this point, as you can probably tell. I've had it. I'm cool off that.
For you, I show you everything, walking down the aisle in the plane, getting into my seat, the bathroom.
Let's run that back. What was it? So flying while fat, I show you everything. All right, let's get into it.
For you, I show you everything, walking down the aisle in the plane, getting into my seat, the bathrooms, everything. Now, I flew with Ryanair, which is a budget airline here in the UK. Now, I wanted to keep this whole clip of me walking down the aisle just to show the big girls what it's like to get on the plane at the last minute, walking past everyone, and how much room I had, and also getting into the seat. Girlies, don't rush. Take your time. Everyone takes a while to get themselves together and get into their seat. We chose the 2-seat configuration. That way there was no one next to us, and we can kind of like spread out over the little gap that was next.
And this is coming from a brother who spent a majority of his life in America, the land of the free and the home of the damn Whopper. I done seen some big backetry in my life. I'm talking about the biggest of backets. Just ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. You understand me? I'm talking on the beach, laid out under the sun, just taking up square footage on the big backetry I have witnessed in my life. And I can still say this: we're not responsible for that. We're not responsible for that. I'm responsible for my big backetry. If I make the decisions that are going to lead me to get to that place. And I understand that everybody has their argument. Well, they can't help it. They're a victim of circumstance and condition. They got trauma. Okay, it might not be their fault that they went through the trauma, but it is their responsibility, just like it's mine. I've been through traumatic situations. But it was my job to overcome it. I lost 3 of my best friends to overdoses within the span of 5 to 6 years. Oh man, I'm traumatized, so I got to treat you a certain way. No. I'm traumatized, so you got to, no. I got to heal. I have to heal. Man, you didn't deserve to go through what you went through so young. Man, I got to heal. I can't move through life treating everybody else a certain way based upon what I experienced. So if it's trauma, we got to deal with it. If it's thyroid, as they like to use more often than not, which is a razor slim percentage of people where it's truly just a thyroid issue and you don't get into overarching lifestyle. Sleep habits. Okay, let's work on our sleep. Why are we not working on our sleep? Because of trauma? Okay, let's work through that. Solutions. If you're going to choose to live the life of a big back, then you are going to suffer the consequences of such. That means there's going to be certain rides that you can't go on. That means that there's going to be certain services that are going to require you to buy 2 seats. There are going to be certain services that say, I'm sorry, but we don't have the ability. We just can't. I'm sure if you are literally, you suffer from genuine dwarfism, you can't get on certain rides that other adults can get on. It might not seem fair, but maybe there are companies who will do things for those who have dwarfism. You know, it's like, and I'm not even trying to be funny right now. I'm dead ass right now. There are certain things in life that are going to be significantly harder for you, but it's not the responsibility of anybody else because only you can control this whole. Only you. You got to create certain disciplines, certain habits. I know your whole life you've been using this as a way to cope. It's been comfort. It's been reassuring. You use it as a means to hide from the world. I understand. I've dove deep in the damn psychological phenomenons that lead us to doing the things that we do. I've gone as deep as anybody. Well, not anybody. That's complete delusions of grandeur. But I have done my due diligence when it comes to the workings of the subconscious and conscious mind. And I understand that there's a lot that is subconscious, but guess what? It's still going to be your responsibility. You know why I was broke for so long? Because I had limiting beliefs about money. I had certain habits and patterns, ways of thought that were stopping me from actually accessing greater levels of potential wealth for myself. I'm now stepping into those things. I have more money than I've had in a 6-month sequence than 6 years prior because I've shifted and I've followed it up with behaviors. So if I'm broke as a grown ass man, it's my fault. If I am broke as a grown ass man, it's my fault. If I continue to have toxic relationships as a grown ass man, it's my fault. I have not learned how to vet. I've not learned how to have relationships properly. If I am a big back as a grown man, it is my fault. And that's beautiful. That's freedom because from it's my fault, my problem, I am the solution. Simple. Let us continue.
To this seat, and we could put any jackets, luggage, handbags in that little gap as well in case the overheads were full. We actually got quite lucky because the row in front was completely empty. So the person I was traveling with went in the front and I was able to spread out even more. Okay, let's talk about bathrooms. I get so many messages about using an airplane bathroom, and I'm not going to lie, this is the tightest I've experienced. So I always recommend going to the bathroom as soon as people start boarding. That way you're less likely needing to use the bathroom on the plane. I really hope this video is helpful for the big girls out there traveling, and don't forget.
I mean, I can say at least you're being resourceful and helpful about it. At the very least, she's being that. She seems like a nice girl. You know, it's not a question of morality when I talk about these things. It's not a moral. Well, I can dip into morality when it talks about greed and things of that nature, right? And our excessiveness or whatever it may be. But it's not a judgment on you as a person necessarily. It can be a reflection. But all I'm saying is you got to put up with the decisions. The bathrooms in an airplane are small for anybody. The legroom is small for a child, let alone a whole entire adult. Okay, that's just the planes. And if you are looking to get more legroom, you gotta pay more. You gotta get your bankroll up or get yourself into debt if you're gonna go that way. But I would suggest you not do so. I would suggest that you do whatever is necessary to get yourself into a higher tax bracket. Oh, but not everybody can do that. Oh, you are so incompassionate. You lack compassion for other. You know what? I'm sick and tired of pretending and feigning because I know that in this life there are only one solutions. In life, there are only one solution. Check that grammar out. There's only one solution to everything. And that solution is you changing something. I hate my job. I don't make enough. I'm miserable in my work. I hate my boss. I hate my colleagues. Change it. Change it. I hate the body that I'm in. I can't believe I got this big. Man, I really let myself go. I wish I had. Change it. No, but you don't understand. It's so hard. Change it. Or don't. You can stick to it if you want. But don't blame the people around you for the suffering that you are creating in your life or perpetuating in your life. But I have kids, but I have this, but I have that, but I have so much responsibility. Change it or don't. You can't have both. You can't have your excuses and a different outcome. I know. Hate me for it. Hate me for telling you the only way it is. I don't give a damn. I'm going to be good regardless. Like my Uncle Bobby used to say, Coach Bobby Bluford. Look, I'm already fit. I ain't got to do this. Whether you do the damn workout or not the way that I mapped it out for you, whether you follow the eating plan or not, whether you cut out the carbs and the sugar or not, I don't give a damn. I'm already fit. I'm already good. I'm going to do what is necessary. I love you enough to tell you the truth and hope that you can hear this message for what it is and implement. But if you don't, it's nobody else. And there's nobody else who's going to do it for you. Nobody cares about your money, your relationships. Nobody cares about your body, your physical health more than you do. Nobody cares about it more than you, or nobody should care about it more than you do. Therefore, you are the solution. You were given you as a solution. You're over there on your knees praying to God. God already gave you the solution. It's called you. You were born as the solution. It's in you. Oh man, I need more faith. No, you need to do something. You need to walk. Faith grows. Belief grows as you do, as you execute, as you move. It's easy. Well, simple, not easy always, right? Because, obviously there is all of these conflicting desires and beliefs and I want to be accepted. I want people to like me. I want people to see me a certain way, but I also choose which one you want. Excuses or results. Simple. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 365, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up. You know them constellations. Constantly gazing like house of praises. You get to praising.